actually agreed upon procedure audit report. This is the content that's totally agree with the standard, right? 4400 standard. You can go through that and you can see that the illustrative audit report as well, right? So then here we don't have kind of audit opinion, that is the key difference. So otherwise most of the cases elements may be same, but the audit opinion is not there. We are not issuing opinion under agreed upon procedure. That is the core uniqueness of this service, right? Okay. And then we are coming to prospective financial statements. Firstly, you should understand what it is. We are focusing about budgeted numbers, forecasted numbers. එතකොට එහෙම එකකට අපිට opinion එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. So then there may be request from the auditee, the management, to have kind of independent opinion about our budget, about our cash flow forecast, about our future business plan. So then there may be request, right? So for kind of a, they want to go for a loan with a bank. So then they are requesting a business plan, future forecasted business plan. So then bank එකට ඕන වෙන්න පුළුවන් auditor කෙනෙක්ගේ opinion එක, whether they have done adequate reasonable forecast, projection should be reasonable. So then for that there should be a base year. Base year may be audited financial statement. They are forecasting for next 10 years. So then once they are forecasting, whatever the assumption, judgment and the inputs they are using should be rationalized, and that should be presented to auditor, and auditor should perform adequate audit procedures to verify that. එතකොට ඔයාට හිතන්න පුළුවන් අපිට historical financial statement නම් evidence already තියෙනවා. අපිට test of details කරන්න පුළුවන්, වාට vouchers බලන්න පුළුවන්, agreement බලන්න පුළුවන්, inventory physical verify කරන්න පුළුවන්, bank confirmation, bank statement බලන්න පුළුවන්. So then we have a lot of evidence to verify because it's historical. So then we can have kind of high level comfort on that. But for futuristic numbers, can you get that high level comfort? It's really difficult, right? Because it's based on the expectations and forecasted numbers, assumption, predictions. So then that can be vary. There is a high risk because there may be a deviation with these expectations. So then as auditor, normally we are issuing kind of a limited assurance for prospective financial information. So then we need to follow standard 3400 for this type of engagement. Normally we are issuing limited assurance opinion, right? You can go through further. So then as I mentioned, it may be negative assurance opinion, limited assurance opinion, right? Once you are doing your audit engagement, these are the areas you need to focus, right? And related assumptions and whatever the elements and the period covered, so whether 3 years, 5 years or 10 years. So then whatever the information, management judgment, representation, all those things should be evaluated, right? And then final report itself, we should have kind of a, here we are having opinion, right? Opinion, but it should be limited opinion, limited opinion. So then like I said, basically this is the content. The documentation again is a crucial aspect because that can be presented to kind of a regulator or banks or something like that. As auditor, if you are issuing kind of a limited assurance, you should have proper documentation for your audit procedures and the management representation, and then proper planning documentation, all those things should be documented, right? So then that's all about prospective financial statement audit. right. So, then basically those are the things I want to cover on this topic. Further, we have some other related engagement that can be assurance report on service organizations. So, then once we are getting outsourced services, as auditor they can issue a separate audit opinion on their services, services in the sense the control efficiency, that may be type 1 report or type 2 report assurance, and then compilation engagement. Compilation engagement also a kind of a non-assurance engagement. We need to adhere with 4410 standard. You can go through that. Basically compilation is engagement auditor can deliver. It's a kind of a two-way transaction. We don't have tri-party arrangement. It's like preparing financial statement, preparing reconciliation, and doing kind of a function, right, and deliver some outcome. It may be doing kind of a report or do kind of a ratio analysis, and what you have to do is you are performing and giving the outcome. So, then it's basically similar to the agreed upon procedure, but it's we are not, we have not having kind of a set of procedures. We are focusing about one aspect. It may be continuous engagement. You are actually performing and giving the outcome. So, then for that actually we should have a proper engagement letter, and then outcome should be properly presented with the agreement, and then proper documentation should be there, right. Basically these are the areas I wanted to cover. We covered non-assurance engagement and assurance other engagements, right. So, then altogether the knowledge aspect is whatever the engagement, you should have a proper engagement letter and planning, risk assessment, and then documentation and presenting the report to the stakeholders. It may be management, regulator, or some other party. And then again, once you are getting this engagement, before you are accepting, you need to evaluate your independence level, whether it's contradicting to the statutory audit engagement. Can we accept that engagement? Do we have proper capability, capacity to deliver this engagement? If you don't have IT expert, you can't do IT due diligence, right. So, then that's what. So, then you need to have kind of a proper set of competency to deliver that outcome. So, then altogether, so then we are going to cover, we are going to conclude section 12. So, then that will help you to get proper understanding about other service engagement and non-assurance engagement which can be performed by a auditor. Auditor කෙනෙක්ට perform කරන්න පුළුවන් assurance engagement, non-assurance engagement ගැන proper understanding එකක් ඔයාට ආවා කියලා අපි expect කරනවා.